Hello viewers. Welcome to our channel News and Information. And Amy with you to say some information about coronavirus. Today we know about symptoms and risks of coronavirus. Coronavirus is a kind of common virus that causes an infection in your nose, sinuses, or upper throat. Most coronaviruses are not dangerous. Some types of coronaviruses are serious, though. About 858 people have died from Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, MERS, which first appeared in 2012 in Saudi Arabia. And then in other countries in the Middle East, Africa, Asia, and Europe. In April 2014, the first American was hospitalized for MERS in Indiana and another case was reported in Florida. Both had just returned from Saudi Arabia. In May 2015, there was an outbreak of MERS in Korea, which was the largest outbreak outside of the Arabian Peninsula. In 2003, 774 people died from a severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, outbreak. As of 2015, there were no further reports of cases of SARS. But in early 2020, following a December 2019 outbreak in China, the World Health Organization identified a new type, 2019 novel coronavirus, 2019 nCoV. Coronaviruses, CoV, are a large family of viruses that cause illness ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases such as Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, MERS-CoV, and Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, SARS-CoV. A novel coronavirus, nCoV, is a new strain that has not been previously identified in humans. Coronaviruses are zoonotic, meaning they are transmitted between animals and people. Detailed investigations found that SARS-CoV was transmitted from civet cats to humans and MERS-CoV from dromedary camels to humans. Several known coronaviruses are circulating in animals that have not yet infected humans. According to the WHO, signs of infection include fever, cough, shortness of breath and breathing difficulties. In more severe cases, it can lead to pneumonia, severe acute respiratory syndrome, kidney failure and even death. The incubation period of the coronavirus remains unknown. Some sources say it could be between 10 and 14 days. The symptoms of most coronaviruses are similar to any other upper respiratory infection, including runny nose, coughing, sore throat, shortness of breath or breathing difficulties and sometimes a fever. In most cases, you won't know whether you have a coronavirus or a different cold-causing virus, such as rhinovirus. Worldwide there are now more than 8,235 cases and 171 deaths, according to Johns Hopkins University. While the majority of cases center in China, it has been found in the US and these countries, Thailand, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Australia, Macau, Singapore, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, France, Canada, Vietnam, Nepal, Cambodia, Germany, India, the Philippines, United Arab Emirates, Finland, and Sri Lanka. There have been no deaths outside China. There is no vaccine yet for the new virus. Chinese authorities have effectively sealed off Wuhan, state media said. The move was meant to resolutely contain the momentum of the epidemic spreading and protect lives, the central city's Special Command Center against the virus said, according to state broadcaster CCTV. More than a dozen other Chinese cities also adopted transport restrictions, affecting 56 million people. Several airlines, including United Airlines and British Airways, have cancelled flights to China. Airports around the world have introduced screening measures and some countries are working to evacuate their citizens from Wuhan. Standard recommendations to prevent infection spread include regular hand washing, covering mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, thoroughly cooking meat and eggs, Avoid close contact with anyone showing symptoms of respiratory illness such as coughing and sneezing. Where did the virus originate? Chinese health authorities are still trying to determine the origin of the virus, which they say came from a seafood market in Wuhan where wildlife was also traded illegally. The WHO also says an animal source appears most likely to be the primary source of the outbreak. Snakes, including the Chinese crate and the cobra, may be the source of the newly discovered virus, according to Chinese scientists. How deadly is it? Some experts say it may not be as deadly as other types of coronavirus such as SARS, which killed nearly 800 people worldwide, more than 300 in China alone, during a 2002-03 outbreak that also originated in China. MERS, which did not spread as widely, was more deadly, killing one-third of those it infected. In China, however, the infection is more widespread than SARS in terms of case numbers. How many people have been diagnosed with the virus, and how many have died? According to European CDC, the majority of the confirmed cases, 7,734, were in China. Another 90 cases are confirmed outside of China in 19 countries. Countries with the most confirmed cases include Thailand with 14 and Japan with 11. All reported deaths have been in China, and include 16 healthcare workers. Where have cases been reported? Most cases have been reported in China. All deaths have been in China, the vast majority in Hubei province. The virus has spread to many Asian countries, as well as Australia, Europe, North America and the Middle East. Nearly all of the dozens of cases outside China are among people who recently traveled there. When did the outbreak start? China first reported the outbreak in Wuhan on December 30, 2019. Is this a global emergency? The outbreak constitutes a global health emergency, the WHO has said. The decision to sound the top-level alarm was made after the first confirmed cases of transmission between people outside China. The International Health Alert is a call on countries around the world to coordinate their response under the guidance of the United Nations Health Agency. Why WHO declares global health emergency, and what does it mean? The WHO's declaration of a global health emergency over the coronavirus means there is now more money available to combat the outbreak, Al Jazeera's Wayne Hay, reporting from Hong Kong, said. That means the WHO now has more funds that it can throw at the problem, but it also effectively gives the WHO more power because member nations, including China, have a binding obligation to accept and implement any decisions that the WHO makes. Thank you for watching this video. If you love it, please let us know by comments. We're always waiting for your reply.